That's some beautiful scenery. Good morning, everyone. We're on Highway 14. West along the Columbia River. Just says there were blossoms on some of those trees. Yes. There's trees with blossoms on them. Some of them at least had blossoms on them. Slept just south of Yakima at that scale. There's a full house. There's lots of trucks parked in at that scale. And in the morning, DOT showed up. Luckily, it didn't come and bother me at all. Just did my pre-trip and moved along. Man, it is a beautiful morning. Beautiful, beautiful viewpoints. And I get asked this quite often, so we'll talk about it again. Why am I on Highway 14? Driving along the Columbia River in Washington, when the other side of the river is in Oregon, and there's a huge 4-lane freeway there. The easy answer is it's company policy. We're not allowed to be on that highway. But it's not as simple as that. The company does explain why we're not allowed to be on that highway. Because honestly, if they wouldn't tell me why, I would probably take the highway and go, well, if you can't tell me why I have to be on 14, I'm going on the interstate down on the bottom. Big 4-lane highway. Answer is taxes. In Oregon, we get taxed by the mile for fuel, or road taxes, not fuel. Every mile we drive in Oregon, there's a road tax we have to pay for. In Washington, we've got taxes here too, but we pay it when we fuel up. That's why I brought up fuel. The road tax is added to the fuel cost. So the more fuel you buy, the more miles you're going to drive on roads, the more tax you're paying, right? Which makes a lot of sense unless you're going long-haul trucking and you've paid for the road taxes in Washington already by fueling up over here, and then you have to go and pay additional taxes for driving on Oregon roads. So you're actually paying taxes twice. For the same road you're driving. because I only have to fuel up once a day. Not even quite once a day if I time it out right. But having said that, I feel Highway 14 is a lot more beautiful than the 4-lane highway on the other side. Having said that, the 4-lane highway is beautiful too. I might actually take it next time on our personal vehicle just because we take this highway so often. Maybe one way. Yes, those trees are green, yep. The leaves are all coming in. Yeah, some of the trees are, it's definitely spring here. And the mountains are looking green. They only look green in springtime. In the summer they go brown. Everything goes brown or golden. Just beautiful. I love driving through terrain when the sun is behind you. It's just this magical, the way the shadows and everything, it's just always a lot more magical to me when the sun is behind you. I think the reflections off the grass, off every texture is just more vibrant when the sun is behind you. You're getting more direct sunlight reflected off of everything. Makes everything more vibrant. One other thing to remember is when the sun is behind you, likely the cars in front of you can't see you because they're driving directly into the sun. When my visibility is the best, theirs is the worst. I love how this road changes. Over here it's kind of a deserty look. Well, with all the green grass right now it's not super deserty, but it's a very dry section of the highway. And by the time we hit the coast, we didn't even get to the coast, but for some reason I'm thinking Portland's near the beach, but it's still far away. But by the time we get to Portland, we are in rainforest type of terrain, and then if you go from Portland to the beach, it's all rainforest. Is that again? Hood? Hood or Adams? Adams might be right. I know you guys have told me in the YouTube comments before, but I never remember. So bad with names. I can tell you where it is. It's in Oregon. Columbia Hills State Park. Here, once again, you can see all the different layers of lava flow. I don't know, this is just always so much fun driving this highway.
Such a contrast for this train and the Snowy Mountains.
Yeah, I don't think YouTube can see that Snowy Mountain as beautiful as we can. It's going to be far off in the distance, a little speck, thanks to cameras and especially with the wide-angle lens. But it is beautiful having the rocky lava flow rocks here, and then the beautiful white mountain in the background. It's definitely gorgeous. Oh yeah, that tree is blooming like crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that tree was definitely in full bloom.
Looks like a cherry.
Probably a cherry tree, yeah. The Dalles across the road. There's a big city there on the other side. I think that's the Dalles. Oh look, there's a sign. The Dalles. Is it the Dalles or Dales? I'm going with Dalles. Yeah, there's a lot of trees down there that are turning green, have that yellowish tinge to them, all the fresh leaves. Huh. Definitely. Flowers are blooming? Definitely spring here. I was hoping for a good rainstorm while we were down here. Because that would wash my truck nicely. I cleaned off some of the dirt that, like on top of my toolboxes, I had an inch of just road grime sitting on top of it, and it's just been so wet and slimy everywhere. I haven't been cleaning it, so it's dried out now that we're driving down further south. So I took some time peeling some of that off, but I was trying to be careful not to leave dirt on the parking area there on the pavement, so I didn't do a very good job of cleaning it. I've got a little garden shovel, shoveled some of that off, and at least broke it off loose, so it's going to dry off even more and hopefully blow off over time. And if I park somewhere where I'm in a gravel parking area, I'll do a better job cleaning the road grime off all the rails of the trailer. We'll be driving under the speed limit. Hopefully I can set cruise control to the consistent speed, but the likely answer to that is going to be no. That's where the radar cruise control that my buddy's running right now would be handy. Oh yeah, see now he's speeding up. Hey look, a train! A people train. Only 4 cars long, 1 engine and 4 cars. I think that'd be a beautiful ride coming through here on a train. Really catching up with him. He's way out there. Always fun driving right next to the cliff face. Train track and river on the other side. What more do you need? I'd say we're driving very similar speeds. It's hard to tell though from this far away if we're actually catching up or not with the train. You're warm? Content. Narrow tunnels and half a mile.
3/4 of a mile.
Oversized load vehicle.
State Street.
That means they're probably waiting for oversized load and they're going to close the road. They want an additional vehicle here waiting for the tunnels.
Why load at the top?
Yeah, they wouldn't bring a wide load down here for no reason. And yeah, it's going to be delivered here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's more blooming trees down there. Oh yeah, we're not going to catch up with that train anytime soon if we have to slow
Keep
down
right
like this.
to State Street. Continue on State Street.
Twin Bridges Historical Museum. Area would definitely be good for cars and stuff. I guess you could park here and walk across the bridge. Sleep here. I see no sign of a train. He's long gone. Unless he stopped in town, he's long gone. What's that town called here that we're coming up to where I have to fuel up? Trying to think what the name is. Looks like we got a couple of vehicles behind us, so next time we're in a slow section and there's a pullout, I think we'll use it. That looked like he had a short trailer on the front with a dolly attached to it and a long trailer attached to the dolly. Yeah, so if you guys are ever coming along the Columbia River, I recommend trying the Highway 14 instead of taking the interstate. On my GPS, I forgot to adjust it so that we're actually staying on Highway 14. It's making us take the Hood River Bridge. It's got to be Mount Hood then. Huh? The bridge is called Hood. That mountain's got to be Mount Hood. Not that I can see that mountain anymore, but where is it? In my blind spot? Oh, there it is. Yep. Kind of beside us. You guys can see it now too, so it's got to be Mount Hood. It's been decided. Yeah, we haven't experienced this green for a while, so it's definitely beautiful. I want to stop here and walk up that old highway. I have to request a day off here coming up sometime and just have a 3-day weekend. Just drive up this way on a 3-day weekend. Wait till it's a little bit warmer, but not too warm. Just pulled someone over. Yeah, they probably thought the speed limit was higher than 60. Here the cliff face is like right beside. Take a mirror off if you cross that white line. Might get my rain. It's definitely raining up that way. Maybe I'll get my rain. Roads look wet over here, But I want a rainstorm, like I want soak. And now I'm starting to regret saying that. My tarps are going to be soaking wet. I got to roll up my tarps in the rain. Excuse me. Look at the little blooming trees. Whew. Sorry about that sneeze. Try to get the microphone away from me. I don't know if I was successful. What's that?
You don't want to talk to me. All I talk about are trees right now.
All Jess can talk about is trees right now. Almost like she didn't know spring existed.
I will keep listening.
Ah, this is where we're gonna go fuel up. This is our fuel stop. Which is perfect. Everybody that's behind me and been behind me for the last 10 minutes or so will be stuck behind someone else. Number is that washroom? 8?
Turn right on Oak Street, then take the first left.
Alright. Satellite number 9. That's what you get for adjusting your seat. Now it doesn't feel right.
Change it.
Put the back massager on. Oh, let me put my card away so I don't have that in my pocket. Okay.
All that wide loop.
Oh, you saw the wide load go past? What was the wide load? Oh, big excavator shovel?
Holding.
Oh, okay. A full excavator,
Turn left
okay.
on West Steuben Street.
Go right away. It's always nice when I get the go ahead.
1 miles. Turn left on River Bridge.
This is 51 degrees in.
51 degrees or 11 Celsius. It's warm. Well, not warm, but comfortable. It is comfortable. Excuse me. I always cut these sections of highway out when I drive down this way because I always want to record the most beautiful sections. but the rest of the highway is beautiful too, so I'm trying to get in the habit of recording full sections of highway, even though there's other sections down the highway that are more beautiful. But we've seen those sections. Let's see the whole road, because they're absolutely gorgeous too, but not after you see the spectacular viewpoint. This doesn't look as spectacular, right? He's coming this way. Okay. Cars behind me, but I suspect they're all going to turn off here. Hood River Bridge here, just like the GPS is telling me to do.
In 1/2 mile, turn left on Hood River Bridge.
We shall see. Hoping I'd get a green. Oh, you're going right across. Ah, shoot. Like, yeah, that car's kind of cutting it close. So I'm like, they're probably just turning off, staying in that lane. No, they're not. Garmin, I'm not doing a U-turn on here. In fact, it says no trucks allowed. And how would I make a turn like that with a Super B? Okay, not only did you cut me off, you're going to be driving slow too. No, he's going way below the speed limit. Yeah, and I was doing 40. We're doing 35. Yeah, this is a very narrow section of highway. There's a reason why it's 40. Oh, now we're supposed to cross at the Bridge of Gods. Okay, we're not going to do that either. Normally I program it, but can't be bothered at this point. Big barge on the river. Alternate route. I want to take the alternate route. Just our personal vehicle. It'd be fun. Take all the alternate routes. Take the road less traveled. Let's get up to speed limit. White Salmon River. White Salmon Vineyard. Yeah, roads definitely look wet here, so rain has come through here. Took my hammer and knocked the toolboxes and the fenders just to loosen off some more dirt. So it'll slowly be blowing off as we're driving down the road. Unless it starts raining, then it'll all turn to mud and wash off. But it has to be hard rain. If it's a light rain, it's not going to wash off. We need a good hard rain. I don't know if there's much point to those little rabbit bumpers. Because I've got a full moose guard on mine and I've hit 2 deer and the deer didn't even phase the truck. With those little rabbit bumpers, I think the deer would have taken out the hood. And the moose bumper is not gonna, if I hit a moose or elk, it's gonna destroy the truck. But it'll likely save me. I am Mount Hood right in front of us. Just a little peak sticking out now. Every time we're driving down the road, I'm like, yep, I've slept over there, I've slept there. That pullout right there, I've slept there.
When you drive down this road,
What's that?
when you drive down this road, when I want to stop, where I want to stop there.
Jess is going the whole time. I want to stop there. I want to stop here. Then we stop there. I don't understand this tunnel. I mention it every time, but it drives me nuts. It says slow down. Slow down to what? I just slow down to 40, 45, and then, because I know that's the speed that I can safely go around that corner and stay in my lane. Having said that, if I do that full speed of 55 miles per hour, it does feel way too fast going through there. So it'd be nice if they had a number there that said 45. Excuse me. More tunnels, 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 lots of tunnels. I enjoy tunnels. I don't know why, but there's something fun about tunnels. It's like when you're taking Highway 1 through the valley. That was DOT. When you're taking Highway 1 from Hope up to Cache Creek, you go through all these tunnels like this too, and it's just so much fun. for you pretend you're a train for a moment. Train tunnels, yeah. Trains went through a lot more tunnels, yeah. Like a lot of these tunnels would not, if this road got built today, a lot of these tunnels would not exist. They would just blast all the way down. It'd just be a big rock cut. Definitely getting less and less blue skies, so. And we got one car behind us? Yeah. Only one car. So we've got a truck behind us. That is a full van vehicle. Is he not over height? Going through those tunnels? Maybe not this direction, but the other direction for sure over height. I'd be nervous about driving a full height semi down here. Well, no, I wouldn't do it. Simple as that. I wouldn't do it. Maybe he doesn't have a tall van either. Some vans are taller than others. Maybe he's got one of those shorter, older vans and doing local deliveries down here. Maybe. Hopefully he's mathed it all out. Waterfall. Yeah, when I fueled up, they must have, one of the pumps must have broken and they put a small pump on it. So the main pump was a small one. I'm like, no, do I back up? And then look the other side and it's like, that one's got a full size one. It's like, okay, so I'll put this little one in here, unlock the washroom, and then go fill up the other side, come back, and this slow one shouldn't be too much longer because I can fill up both sides at the same time. So it wasn't too bad, but still cost me 5 minutes or so extra longer fueling up. Yeah, the waves are definitely getting white capped over here every now and then, so it is windy out here. Yeah, no train to race over here. Yeah, maybe we get to race one on the way back. Most of the time I come back this way, yeah, most of the time. Not always. But one time I had a full-size load, I was too tall to come down this way. It definitely looks like snow up there. Yeah, it looks like snow up there. It's plus 12 down here, but up at the top there, it looks like snow. It's weird. There's too much clouds to really tell, but it definitely looks very strange there. If it's not snow, we're getting some kind of glare off of wet rocks or something. there too? Pretty much everywhere. It is a beautiful road. Yep, definitely getting closer to our rain. So the yard we're delivering to is promised I was delivering this today morning. They've been making phone calls going, hey, we need this deal shot now. So I'm sure they're going to be very eager to see me. I pull in. My dispatch told me to be there by 8, but I'm thinking 10. I told dispatch 9:45, but I think I forgot to calculate in fuel. So remember, I moved the snow shovel on the back to a new location. That's not working. The blade's getting destroyed by rubbing against the back. It's like, nope, that's even worse than the way I had it with the blade down in the bottom. It gets dinged up a bit and stuff, but doesn't get destroyed. So I'm gonna have to take a hammer to it and straighten it out. And you see a train? Oh, on the other side there, yeah. That's a long one on the other side, just a little line along the river.
You're still lucky to have your shovel.
Still lucky to have the shovel? Yeah, when it was brand new, I thought someone might steal it because it looked so shiny hanging up there. And then the way I had secured it didn't work out. The bolt loosened and all of a sudden the shovel was hanging down. It's like, what's that new vibration? Pull over and check, and sure enough the shovel is almost fallen off and I'm about to lose it. It's like, that's not load secure. Let's secure that. And I had a new way of hanging it there, and that didn't work out at all, so I've gone back to my original way. It's not optimal. The best way would be for the blade to be straight up, but then the handle would always be in the mud and gross. Find a foam noodle and put the foam noodle on the bottom edge. The foam noodle would get stuck in the muck in the bottom, but that'd be worth a try. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's worth a try, yeah. It might cut right through the foam noodle, but it's worth a try. I like the idea. I can see it not working out, but I can see it working too, so I think that's a good suggestion. I'll have to try that. Let's buy a foam noodle. Yeah, they're going to be in season soon, yeah. Yep. Well, I've been debating taking the snow shovel back off, but Last summer I left the snow shovel on there all year, and that's not a good idea. Let's only have it on there in the winter. But there's still too much snow for me to take it off in BC. So I'll wait till I think it's spring in BC and then take it down. Now we're getting into forest, not into the rainforest yet, but you see mossy trees. The further we get west, the more the trees get mossy. And I just want to keep driving right to the beach. I really do. Yep, I think I need that. So we'll have to definitely plan a 3-day weekend here. One car and a chip truck. Let's see if they all decide to pass us here. Well, come on, car. You've been behind me since that town back there. You're not going to pass me here? Okay, let's put four-way flashers on. Nope, that didn't encourage them to pass either. Okay, fine. Against roundabouts, but I'm not a fan of them on highways. In towns, sure, roundabouts, but just brings up a point. I've never seen that intersection busy enough to warrant a roundabout. Busiest time of day? I'd say that'd be right about now. This is rush hour, between 8 and 9. You see what I mean about how it changes in the last, what's it been, 45, 50 minutes of driving, how the landscape has changed drastically, and it just keeps going more and more rainforest the further we go this way. Yeah, it's definitely snow up there, yeah. It's plus 12 down here, so it surprises me that there's that much snow up there. It's not that much higher than us. There you go. I see her looking. It's like, where's the vibration? It's my keys. guys, I think this has been good. Yeah, words have failed me. What's that?
It's a long video, so you can't talk about it.
It's a long video because I can't talk now? I can never talk. I'll listen to my own videos and I'm like, that dude doesn't know English. Oh yeah, there's a train sitting down there. We'll wait till we're through this town and then we'll call it a day. Oh boy. Like really. That's something that people ask quite commonly, so I'll answer that too. Where did I learn to speak English? It was not my first language. English was my third language. First language I learned was Plotich. Plotich, direct translation would be flat Dutch, flat German. Flat German. We just call it Low German in English. The language comes from the low-laying. From what I understand, Plotich comes from Germany and the low-laying part of the country, the low elevation. That was my first language. My second language was what we called Hochdeutsch, or just Deutsch, would be German. Or we called it High German because differentiated between the two Germans. Everybody just calls it German. We called it High German. That was the second language I learned. Well, now to be truthful, I did learn a little bit of Spanish. I don't remember a single word, but I did. There was Spanish class. So I did go to Spanish class, but doesn't mean I remember anything. That was when I was probably in grade 1 or 2. There was a Spanish class. No, English would have come first before that, yeah. Because that was when we moved to Mexico. So I went to school in Belize. But where did I go to school first? Mexico or Belize? Can't quite remember. I really can't. Did I go to school Belize first or Mexico first? But I went to school in both of those places. And in Belize I learned English. And their English is very, very, very different than North America, Canadian English. Which made it very hard when we moved to Canada to learn Canadian English, because I had already learned some Belizean English. What's that?
The road is closed by Spokane.
The road is closed by Spokane. I-90?
To north of UC.
So Highway 2.
20.
Highway 20.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left on Bridge of the Goths.
Doesn't really apply to us. We're not going down that. Well, you never know. We might be going down that way. I did take French class, yes, in Ontario. Took French class for 1.5 years. Yes. The only thing I remember my French class is every time the teacher would come into the room, we would have to say bonjour, or Miss or Mademoiselle Colissimo. I don't remember French or Spanish.
Continue on State Highway 40.
I think you have to go immersion to really learn it, right? To live in that civilization for a while. Yeah, my German gets really rusty, but I go to Belize in the Mennonite area, and if I speak German and get immersed into German, it comes back pretty quick. By the end of 2 weeks of vacation, I can speak it fairly fluently again. Definitely rusty right now. That goes for every language.
And then like say your mom, for example, learning English and words, but she doesn't speak it as much.
Yeah, that's true. My mom's English has gotten a lot worse because moving back to Belize, she never uses English anymore, just speaks German. Anyway, I was gonna hang up on you guys. Hang up? Just hang up? No warning, just click? That wouldn't be very nice. Just want to say thank you guys for supporting me. Hitting those thumbs ups. Comments, lots of comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Someone told me on the weekend that I've got 700 subscribers, so that's kind of cool. 300 to go before we do a huge giveaway. I'm told to give out some hard cold cash. I'm kind of thinking I might. Kind of fun. Maybe a Sutco hat. Maybe some Steam gift cards. 300 subscribers away. If you're interested in a giveaway, let me know. I'll start making a list. If you want to be in the draw for the hat, I need your actual address that you guys have got to send to me. But that might still be months and months and months away. Might be a year away. I don't know how fast, because it kind of comes in waves, you guys, as subscribers. It all depends on YouTube analytics. It kind of comes in waves, but I want to do a huge thank you to all of you guys when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So, and then hopefully YouTube allows me to monetize again. And if I can make some money on YouTube, I'll give all that money back to you guys. That'll all go to giveaways and stuff like that. Giveaways, better equipment, if I can start making some money. So thank you guys for getting me there. You guys are all subscribers that are with me from the beginning. We'll get there eventually. And the thing is, I don't really care about the number of subscriptions. I would like to get to the point where I could make some money and give back more to the community. What's that?
YouTube made it about the numbers.
YouTube made it about the numbers, yep. Yep, I understand why. I get they have a battle that they can't win. Might be frustrating on my end, but I understand why. Anyway, I was hanging up, right? Like squirrel, I get distracted easily. Eventually Jess was just going to reach over and click the button. That's the only way this is going to end. I'm not ending it. I'm going to refuse to hit that button. It's got to be Jess. I'm not hanging up on you guys. It's a standoff.
While we're talking, I really want to stop at Beacon Rock too.
You really want to stop at Beacon Rock as well. Okay, the video's going to keep going then, I guess.
Well, I need to show Beacon Rock.
She wants to show you guys Beacon Rock.
This works both ways.
I guess she's not good at hanging up either. I see Beacon Rock right there. I see it. You've shown them. There's Beacon Rock. I see it. Right there. Right in front of us. She's gonna do it.